Hello friends, welcome back to Fact Classes. So it's been a very long time. Actually, I was busy with my exams and all its preparations and everything. That was the main reason why I couldn't upload any videos for a long time. Anyhow, today onwards, I'll try to upload videos on a regular basis. Okay? And in this video, the chapter with which we are going to start is a small chapter from the CA Foundation accountancy paper, and that is bank reconciliation statement. Even though it is a small chapter, it is very important chapter from the examination point of view. Nearly 8 to 10 mark questions do come from this chapter. Okay. So in our video, we are not going to deal with the concepts and all the classes of the BRS. What we are going to do is we will be solving all the ICAI study material illustrations and practical questions so that you don't have any doubts left on you. Okay. And I'll also be giving you a small trick to solve these BRS problems. If you know this trick, then whatever questions comes from this chapter, you will be able to solve it very easily. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's go into the video. So the first thing which we have to discuss here is the general format of the bank reconciliation statement. When the question comes, what is the format of BRS? So this is the general format on how we prepare the bank reconciliation statement. There will be a box, a particulars column, and an inner amount column and an outer amount column. Then we will be giving the heading bank reconciliation statement as on so and so date, which is given in the question. That will be the heading, and then we will start with balance as per. Here it will be either cash book or passbook. So the balance which is given in the question, that will be the balance with which we are starting. Suppose in the question cash book balance is given, then we will start as balance as per cash book. Or else if in the question passbook balance is given, then we will start as balance as per passbook. Then many statements will be given in the question, and some will be to add and some will be to less. So whatever there is to add, we will write in the add portion, and then if there is anything to less, then we will write in the less portion, and finally we will ascertain the other balance. So if we are starting here with the cash book balance, then the final balance will be passbook, and if we are starting here with the passbook balance, then the final balance here will be cash book. So this is the format in how you prepare BRS. Okay. Now I'll be giving you a trick to solve the problems. Whenever a question comes from BRS, how to solve it? You have to follow only 5 steps. Through these 5 steps, you will be able to solve whatever questions come from the BRS. So now let us discuss those 5 steps. Okay? So the first step in solving the BRS question, bank reconciliation statement question, is the first step is take your 2 hands. Take your 2 hands and consider one as passbook and other as cash book. So take your 2 hands, consider one as passbook and other as cash book. Okay, so you have to take your 2 hands, and one hand will be cash book and one hand will be passbook. Okay, so that is the first step. So the next step is move your hands according to the question. Move your hands according to the question. That means in the question some statement will be given. So according to that statement, you have to move your hands up and down. Okay, one will be cash book, one will be passbook. So you have to move your hands up and down according to the question. Okay. Third one, consider the starting balance of the cash book. Consider the starting balance of the BRS. Sorry, not cash book, of the BRS. That means here whatever balance we are starting with, we have to consider that. That is the third step. Okay. Then fourth step is freeze the other hand. Freeze the other hand. Okay. Now when you are seeing this, you will not be able to understand, but once we go into the practical aspect of this, you will be able to understand. Okay, so freeze the other hand. And fifth one is make both hands equal. Make both hands equal. So these are the 5 steps which you have to use to solve the BRS problem. Whatever tough questions come from the BRS, if you know these 5 steps, you will be able to solve it very easily. Okay, so the first thing was take your 2 hands and consider one as cash book and one as passbook. So this is my cash book and this is my passbook. Okay, And the next step is move your hands according to the question. The question will give some statement, and according to that we have to move our hands. Sometimes it will be like this, or sometimes it will be like this. We have to move our hands accordingly, and then we have to consider the starting balance, whether it is cash book or whether it is passbook. So the next step is freeze the other hand. That means if the starting balance is cash book, then freeze the other hand. Freeze the other hand in the sense freeze the passbook. If the starting balance is passbook, then freeze the other hand, that is cash book. Then the last step is make both hands equal. We want to have the cash book and passbook as equal. Okay. So these are the 5 steps. And now let us see how to implement these 5 steps in the question. Okay. So for that purpose, let us see the question. So illustration number 1 from the BRS chapter is not very important, and it is a small chapter for you to understand the BRS, that's all. So if you want me to solve that illustration number 1, you can comment me and I'll solve that, but I don't think it is very important, so I am skipping that. So now we are moving with illustration number 2. Now let's read the question. From the following particulars, prepare a bank reconciliation statement for Jindal Offset Limited. And now they have given some statements. So the first thing which they have given is balance as per cash book. Balance 1 balance is given. Then check issued but not presented in the bank's amount 2. Check deposited in the bank, and some statements are given. And at last the balance as per passbook is also given by them. In most of the questions only one balance will be given. We have to ascertain the other balance. But here both the balances are given, so we may start with any one also. Cash book also we can start, passbook also we can start. Not an issue. Okay, so this is the question. Now let's see how to solve these problems using our 5 steps. This is our general format. One second. Okay, so this is our general format of bank reconciliation statement. And now in the question both the balances are given. Cash book balance is also given, passbook balance is also given. So the first thing which we have to do is first write the balance. Okay, balance as per cash book is given, right? So first we will write the balance as per cash book only. If you want we can take the passbook also. Okay, so balance as per cash book is 2,40,000. 2,40,000 is the balance. Okay, now let's go towards our 5 steps. Take your hands. I took my hands and consider one as passbook and one as cash book. So this is my cash book, okay, and this is my passbook. I'm considering like this. And next thing is move your hands according to the question. Second step is move your hands according to the question. So now let's see the question. The first thing is check issued but not presented in the bank. So now let us think from the businessman point of view. The business is preparing the BRS. So the business is saying that check issued but not presented in the bank. So what does this mean? That means from the businessman point of view, we have issued a check. We have given one check, but it was not presented in the bank. So think that scenario. One person come to us and says that you have to give me money. So you have to give me the check. You had purchased something from me and you have to give me the money. So what we will do is we will take a check. We will write something and something, 1,36,000 rupees, and we gave them. Here is your payment. As soon as we give them the check, what we will do is we will record in our cash book as money gone. Check issued, money gone from our hand, 1,36,000 rupees. We will record in our cash book, money went. So this was our cash book. So our cash book was having here. Our cash book was high by 1,36,000 rupees. But now we write money went, money gone, 1,36,000 rupees, money gone. Okay, but what happened is that was not presented in the bank. This guy who took the check from us did not go to the bank. He kept it in his house itself. He went to his house, kept it in the locker, and he slept. So he did not present that check in the bank and did not take the amount from the bank. So in our cash book we have written money went 1,36,000, but actually the amount did not go from our bank account. So the hands, according to the question, what will happen in our hands is cash book and passbook will be like this, equal. But now what we have done, we have reduced our cash book balance. We have reduced our cash book balance. We have written that money went, money gone from our hands 1,36,000. But did it actually go from the bank account? No, because the check was not presented. So money went 1,36,000. We recorded, but actually the money did not go. So our cash book will be showing a lesser balance. Our cash book will be less, but our passbook will be more itself because money did not go from there. So this will be the situation according to the question. Okay, so the situation happened. And the third step was consider the starting balance. With which balance we started? In this questions we started with a cash book balance, right? So consider that, and we have started with the cash book balance here. And the next step is freeze the other hand. So if we have started with the cash book balance, the other hand is the passbook. So we have to freeze the passbook. Freeze the passbook. We cannot move it up or down. We have freezed it. Okay, freeze the other hand. Now what we have to do is we have to make both the hands equal. We have to make the cash book and the passbook equal. As you can see, my hand is freezed here. I cannot bring it down and make it equal because it is freezed here. So what I can do is I can take my cash book up and make it equal. That is the only thing which I can do. I can take my cash book up and make it equal. I can take up in the sense I can add my cash book. I can increase. I can add my cash book and make the equal. So this statement, what we have to do is add. Increase, right? So add. So this statement and this 1,36,000 rupees we have to add in the bank reconciliation statement. So here balance as per cash book, and we will be writing here as check issued but not presented 1,36,000 rupees. Okay, here in the books of Jindal Offset Limited should be given as heading. In the books of Jindal Offset Limited, bank reconciliation statement as on date is not given, right? So no problem, this line is not needed. Bank reconciliation statement. Then we wrote the starting balance, whether it is cash book or passbook. We wrote the starting balance, and then we read the statement and moved our hands accordingly. We freeze the other hand. We made the cash book and passbook equal. So understood how to do this. So this is the trick which you have to follow for each and every statement, each and every question. By this trick you can solve whatever the problems come. Okay, so we can go for the other statement, next one. So what is next statement? Let's see. Checks deposited in the bank but not yet cleared amounts to 90,000. That means from the businessman point of view, businessman is saying all these things, right? So from the businessman point of view, the check was deposited in the bank, not issued, deposited in the bank, and it was not cleared. That means while we got a check, a person or a debtor gave us a check, and we have deposited it in our bank, and we'll write, oh, I got money of 90,000 rupees. I got 90,000 rupees. So in our cash book, what we will do means we will write in our cash book as money came in. We got money 90,000 rupees. We got money 90,000 rupees in the sense we will increase our cash book by 90,000 rupees. We will write we got 90,000 rupees. But actually the check was not cleared. It takes time. It will not be settled or cleared immediately. Checks take time to be cleared, right? So what happens means in our cash book we will write it as we got the money 90,000 rupees and cash book will be increased. But actually in the passbook or actually in the bank account, money did not come. It takes time. It will come only after some times. So what happens is in our cash book we will record as money received, but in our passbook actually money did not come. So the thing is, the result is our cash book will be higher and our passbook will be lower only. Passbook will not have any change. So this will be the case. Cash book will be higher, passbook will be down. So now we moved our hands accordingly to the question. Now we consider the starting balance. What is the starting balance? Cash book is the starting balance. So what we have to do? Freeze the other hand. Passbook we have to freeze. We cannot change the passbook. And now we have to make the cash book and passbook equal. But this hand is freezed. I cannot bring it upward. So what I can do is bring the cash book downward. Bring the cash book downward in the sense less the cash book in order to make the passbook and cash book equal. So what I have to do is less the cash book. Less the cash book. Subtract the cash book. So check deposit in the bank not yet cleared. We will write here as in the less column as check deposited in the bank but not cleared, and the amount was 90,000 rupees. It will be written in this column. Okay. And now one more thing. With this you will understand. Bank charges amounts to 300. Bank charges in the sense, for all the services that the bank provide to us, they will be taking a certain amount from our bank account on a regular basis for in the name of bank charges. Means they are providing ATM services and many other services to us, and for that purpose they are charging us. So bank charges in the sense, from our bank account, bank directly takes a small amount on a regular basis. Okay, so the intimation will be given to us later. First the bank will take the amount from us, and then we will receive a message like ATM charges, it went like this, bank charges, this much amount has been debited from your bank account. So that way SMS will be received for us. So what happens is, we get to know about these charges only once we receive the SMS. Right, before that itself, bank will be taking the amount from our bank, from our account. So what happens here is, this is our cash book, this is our passbook. So passbook, the bank records in the passbook, right? So from the bank account, the money of 300 rupees have already been deducted. 300 rupees have been deducted. In our cash book, we don't know whether bank has deducted this amount or not. We will know only once we see this statement, or only once we receive this intimation. So if there is any delay to receive the intimation, we will not be able to record in the cash book. So cash book will be up only. We don't know this 300 has been deducted. But from the bank account, this 300 has been deducted by the bank. So according to the question, what will happen is, our passbook will be down, or our passbook will be less by 300. But in the cash book, we will be like, there is no deduction. We don't know about the deduction. So the cash book will be up only, but our passbook will be reduced. So this is the case. Okay, I have taken my hands, I have moved my hands accordingly to the question. My passbook is less, but my cash book is up, 300 difference. Okay, now what we have to do? Consider the starting balance. Starting balance is cash book. We have to freeze the other hand. We have to freeze the passbook. So now we have to make this equal. For that purpose, what we have to do is, we have to bring the cash book down. We have to less, we have to subtract the cash book. So this statement goes to the subtract column. Okay, so what happens is, here in the less area, this will come. Okay, so here it will come as bank charges 300 rupees. Okay, and the next one is interest credited by bank amounts to 1250. Interest credited by bank means bank has given us the interest. We have deposited some amount in the bank, right? So for that purpose, bank is giving us interest. So interest is credited by the bank. Bank directly puts this 1250 into our account and gives us the intimation. If we get, or if there is any delay to receive the intimation, we don't know that this amount has been deposited, or this amount has been credited to our bank account. We will know it only once we receive the intimation, but actually the bank will already deposit this amount into our bank account. Okay, so what happens in this sense is, we'll take our hands, first step. Okay, second step, we are moving our hands according to the question. So in our cash book, we don't know this amount has been credited by the bank unless we receive our intimation. So there is no change in the cash book. But in our passbook, the passbook or our bank account has been increased by 1250 rupees, right? It has been increased by 1250 rupees. So the passbook will be up and our cash book will be down. This will be the situation according to the question. Now consider the starting balance. Cash book is the starting balance, and you have to freeze the other hand. Passbook is freezed here. Now it cannot move. So we have to make both equal. For that purpose, what we have to do is, we have to take the cash book upwards. We have to take the cash book upward in the sense, we have to add this. We have to add this in order to make this equal. So this statement will be added in our bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so interest credited by bank. Interest credited by bank 1250. Okay, now they have given the balance as per passbook. This is the end balance which we should get. Okay, so now let's see what to do afterwards. So we have already given all these statements. Now the add column, we have to total and write the balance here. What will be the balance? We will write here. And now the less portion, we will total and write the balance here, 90,300, and here it will be like 1,37,250. So 2,40,000, add this one and less this one, and we will be getting balance as per passbook. Balance as per passbook. Okay, one second. So we will be getting the balance as per passbook. Now let's see whether what we have done is right or wrong in the material itself. Look, bank reconciliation statement, particulars. They did not draw the inner amount and inner column and outer column. They have already given a single amount column, but for better clarity purpose and better presentation, you can give both columns, inner column and outer column. Okay, so they have started with balance as per cash book 2,40,000, check issued not presented 1,36,000, interest credited by bank 1,250, 3,77,250. okay, then what? Less. What all the things was less? Check deposited but not yet cleared and bank charges 90,000 and 300, and then at last they will receive or they will reach at the balance of the passbook. So this is how you have to solve the BRS problems. So I hope you have got an idea on how to solve this, and whenever you are going to solve the BRS problems, do consider this trick and follow this one, because with this trick you can solve whatever problems comes in the BRS. It will be very easy. So don't forget to follow this trick. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I'll be also doing all the remaining illustrations in coming up videos. So I hope you find this video useful. Let's see on another day with another video. Thank you so much. Bye.